Okay, this needs to be said for the sake of all the community of apparently unattractive, deformed, ugly people like myself. There's a few of us. We are the anomaly, but we exist and we matter. And since this world seems to favour the mainstream, which at the moment, let's be honest, seems to be the LGBT plus community and the transgender community, etc., those people seem to be the norm, or the more accepted ones, or the ones who seem to be given the most power and autonomy and prestige, and as a female. In fact, this is specifically for ugly females, right? I'm going to keep this under 5 minutes, right? Because there is so much I could say on this. There is so much I could talk about in terms of lookism, sexism, racism, misogyny. There is so much I could talk about in terms of the intersectional differences. There is so much I could talk about in terms of disability discrimination. There is just so much I could talk about, but I'm just going to hone in on the abuse that ugly women in particular face. Whether it's subtle or whether it's obvious, whether it's recorded or not, whether it's in private places or in public places, whether it's within families or between total strangers. Mistreating somebody, specifically mistreating a female of any age, of any gender, of any ethnicity, of any genetics, of any characteristics, mistreating what you perceive to be an ugly woman, whether it's because her chin is too long, her nose is too big, her eyes are popping out too much, she's got blotchy skin, she's got excessive hair growth, she's got no breast development, she's not somebody you'd like to... You know what I'm talking about, right? If just because you think a woman is less worthy, or a girl or a female is less worthy than your perception of what an attractive woman is, and just because it doesn't please your sexual fantasies, and just because it doesn't match your preferences of what a woman should be, and I'm talking specifically to those who are clearly racist and prefer the stereotypical blonde, blue-eyed, big-breasted, big-bottomed, petite-waisted, curvy, big-lipped, shiny, clear, Botox-faced women, which, let's be honest, is not the only definition of beauty, or perhaps even the other way. Let's say black women with the big breasts and the big lips and the big bottoms, and all the normalised standards of beauty of today, which obviously is influenced a lot by hip-hop culture and the media and popular music and rappers singing about what a female should look like, and the mainstream media only portraying clear-skinned, stereotypically feminine, curvy women, or even at the opposite end of the spectrum, completely stick-thin women. But there seems to just be this collective agreement of what is and what isn't attractive. And now, my entire life, as a girl, as a teenager, and now as an adult woman, I have been horrifically abused by total strangers, including children, teenagers and adults. And unfortunately, because of the things they've said, I can see in my reflection and in photographs and in my own self-esteem that I am not attractive. I'll keep this under 10 minutes, not 5 minutes. And to this day, I've experienced mistreatment because of how I look. I had 2 white male police officers walk past me in the town I live in currently, and one of them horribly, unnecessarily, audibly said, "Look at the state of her." And in some respects it didn't really affect me that much, because it's something I'm accustomed to. It's the sort of thing so many people say to me that it would almost be weird if I went through a day without people making such misogynistic, lookist, sexist, racist disgusting comments. But I pray a lot. I pray for others and I pray for myself, and one of the things I pray for is protection from hostility. Unfortunately, I wasn't protected from that horrid comment, and as a menstruating, vulnerable adult female who is already struggling more than enough as it is, including with this demonic skin disease which keeps me awake during the night, and all of the other afflictions I'm burdened with, life's difficult enough. I really don't need random strangers to call me out on my apparent ugliness, especially not police officers. They're supposed to be paid professionals on patrol to protect the public, and I am just an unemployed, skin-diseased, undeveloped, flat-chested, ethnic minority, homeless, unwanted, outcast, heavily abused and very marginalised adult woman just trying to run my errands, even without the provision of prescription glasses. And it's bad enough when children and young people and teenagers have made those comments. Look at the fucking state of her, what a dog, look at her skin, it's disgusting. These people have nothing, these people are so boring, these people make me sick, blah 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 blah. Her nose is ugly, her eyes are ugly, her chin's ugly, she looks like a fucking man chin, what the fuck is that? I've had, she's this age and she still looks like this, blah blah blah. Mother should have killed her at birth. If that was me, I'd hang myself instantly. I've had all the comments. I think it's incredibly commendable, if I should say so myself, that I'm still here. Because as a woman, it hurts when people make comments. And it's not just grown men, it's women, men, girls, boys, and people who identify as other. It's people of my own ethnicity and people of different ethnicities. And I'm going to continue calling it out. I will not go down the route of radical acceptance, because just like I don't feel that sexual abuse and murder and theft and antisocial behaviour and any other forms of criminal activity is wrong, just like I don't condone any of those behaviours. I don't condone lookism. I don't condone this carefree, casual verbalising how disgusted you are at someone's appearance by making vomiting noises or saying how fucking disgusted you are by them. I've had it everywhere. Interviews, bus journeys, even the few plane journeys I've been on, including the one solo trip I gifted myself at the age of 28. And I still would very much like for British Airways to locate that man, give me his name, his details, his whereabouts, so I can punch the living daylights out of him, or at least get somebody else to do that, for unnecessarily making uncalled comments such as, "Delicious, isn't she? I know, I saw you moving away. These people have nothing." And he was a bold, middle-aged white male who'd brought his own alcoholic beverages onto the flight. He was sat next to a voluptuous black woman and an equally bold white male to his right. And not one person stood up for me. And even though I'm a very talkative chatterbox, sorry, that was a bit of an oxymoron, even though not even an oxymoron, I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. I don't sleep very well, I'll keep this under 10 minutes. But basically, he had the audacity to make lookist comments as well. Everyone in Rome was racist, everyone. But this one lovely lady who worked in the civil service, who was absolutely phenomenally kind to me, and God bless her spirit forever and ever and ever. But there's very few people who are kind to me, and males, females. I've even had maintenance people come into the social housing flats I've been in, and they literally make vomiting noises as though it's a burden for them to come in and fix the issues. I've had complete strangers, and I'm telling you right now, as the victim, it's not okay. I find people vile and ugly and hideous, but I would never dare express it on my face or through my voice or in any other way. Keep your fucking bad opinions to yourselves.